Good evening, everyone. My name is Rebecca Loisiga, and I will be going over today's presentation on initiatives and referendums. I will be sharing my screen. Initiatives and Referendums in Arizona by Rebecca Loisiga. So today we'll be going over the basic definitions. According to Arizona Secretary of State, an initiative is the method by which voters may propose new laws or amend existing laws by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on the ballot. The Arizona Constitution allows for their citizens to create changes to the Constitution that exists. This process is done without the legislators to be involved. According to the Arizona Secretary of State, a referendum is the method by which voters may veto a law or part of a law by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on the ballot. It's a law proposed by legislation that once it's passed, citizens are able to approve or deny through their official vote. This is, for the most part, how the process goes on in order to make the changes that need to be made for the Arizona Constitution. So, how were initiatives and referendums created? The first initiative, what we can say, was created in California in 1911, voted on and added on to the Constitution, which allowed for voters to be allowed to vote and remove representatives and put forth democracy. When it came to states, 22 out of the 50 states were the ones who were in agreement to have ballots and voting. Initiatives introduce new reforms and acts legislation to create new reforms. And again, this is controversial. It's a very controversial topic as people like the minorities or people when it comes to social status, social class. When it comes to the voting, people are a little iffy about whether or not they are not a part of the process or they're not being heard or they're not having a say. So all of that plays a factor into that. When it comes to comparing and contrasting initiative and referendum, initiative citizens are able to create proposals that people themselves can do independently and are also able to collect signatures so that it could be placed in the ballot to vote. So again, kind of like when workers or anybody, or if you're in school and you want to see a new class or X, Y, and Z, you go around, you ask for signatures, you propose the idea, you draft, and then you have this agreement of people who want to come together to create changes, kind of like in the Constitution. The referendums, decisions made by general assemblies to put the bill in the ballot. Initiatives are created by the people because they have to actively propose their idea draft and have people sign the proposals and then vote for it, kind of like I was saying. Referendums are indirect, so the people, as in citizens themselves, drafting or proposing. In this case, it's decided by the Senate and the House so that then the citizens could vote and have a say. So what's similar, you may ask? Although they're different, they're the same in the aspects that citizens ultimately are the ones who vote in the end in both processes, whether it's initiatives or referendums. Pros and cons for initiatives. Pros are citizens are able to have a say when it comes to wanting to make a change and propose their ideas based off what they believe as a collaborative. So going back to people being heard, right? Having that be done allows people to feel part of the process and part of actual change. And citizens are able to hold their legislators accountable. So making sure that what they propose, what they put out is actually happening and it's not just a proposal. It's an actual action that's being put out. Cons are no real expertise, which in return can lead to drafts that are not well thought of. There are no actual outline or requirements. Therefore, in return, any voter can create one who is registered. That can definitely be a con. Pros and cons for referendums. Pros, the proposals are drafted by experts and well prepared when it comes to the Constitution. They seem to overlook the needs of the people, for the most part, in a positive way. So listening to voice of concern, that the majority are feeling, and they take that into consideration. They touch on points that would seem to align with both, not just the citizens, but politicians as well. So that's, a plus. And cons, not everyone is going to be happy in the decisions that are made in the end, and could cause division, whether it's, again, politicians and citizens, citizens and politicians. Um, Not everyone is going to be happy, right? And so that is always the con in that situation. And these are my references. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Thank you.